Automotive Group, Tri-City National Bank, your local Carrier dealers, Lakeland University, Z-Bart, Cannon and Dunphy, Loyal Family Renovations, Tsunami Express Car Wash, Steamfitters Local 601, Big Fish Contracting, SVA, a professional services company, WeatherTight, and Network Health on the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Elevate your escape during the summer of Audi at Audi North Shore and Audi Milwaukee, where you can save up to $15,000 on a new Audi or get low 2.99% financing for 72 months at Audi North Shore in Brown Deer and Audi Milwaukee, members of the International Autos Group, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. On select in-stock new units, savings include customer credit and dealer credit. Financing with approved credit, $15.19 per month per 1,000 financed. No down payment required.
Are you an HVAC service tech with 5 years or more of experience? Ready to take your career to the next level? Steamfitters Local 601 offers customized training programs designed to help you advance, earn higher pay, and enjoy better benefits. With a clear path to success, you'll get the skills you need for a brighter future. Don't wait. Contact Steamfitters Local 601 today and start your journey toward a rewarding career with more opportunities. Visit steam601.org to learn more. Steamfitters Local 601, keepers of the craft, powering Wisconsin.
Get up! Get out of here and go! Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ. It's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from American Family Field, here's your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Oh man, something special is still brewing here in Milwaukee. 8 straight wins. We're getting closer to George Webb watch again. The Brewers power of friendship inning, a 7th, and then a no-doubt linea from William Contreras into his own bullpen as the big blow against a familiar face. And man, the Brewers bullpen was phenomenal. The management was awesome. Tobias Myers was awesome despite not being lengthened. Man, just every single slot on my score sheet. I mean, every pitching slot is filled. There are pinch hitters in this game. There's a bunch of runs. There's a bunch of pitches. And another sellout. Every single seat in the building sold again. 12th sellout of the year. 6th in a row. 7 of the last 8 home games here in the second half. I mean, Brewers fans, give yourselves a round of applause, man. My goodness. What an environment. It has been rocking, and it is yet another series win for the Brewers. They take this one 7-4 over the Mets. They'll go for another sweep tomorrow. Can't believe it. But we'll break it all down with Jerry Augustine here in a moment. But first, let's get you caught up with the highlight recap.
Ready for this?
Out of here!
This?
Run it back! Ho, ho, ho!
And this?
It is gone!
Time for tonight's highlights.
All right, an opener for the Mets and a familiar face for the Brewers. Everyone knew this was going to be a bullpen-heavy game. Reed Garrett got the start as the opener, and then Frankie Montas would follow him for the Mets. The Brewers had Tobias Myers back on a big league mound for the first time since May as a starter, but knowing he was going to be limited because he hasn't been starting for over a month plus. Both starters had a scoreless first inning, but then the Mets would get on the board in the second with a solo homer from Pete Alonso. But then the rest of that inning would continue to build for them. A 1-out single by Mark Vientos, a 2-out single with 2 strikes by Francisco Alvarez, and then a walk to the 9-hitter Cedric Mullins. It would load the bases. Francisco Lindor, the batter, a chance to break it open, and for the Mets, who come into tonight losing 9 of their last 10, needed a moment from their captain.
Myers at the belt. 3-2. Runners go. The pitch is a called third strike on the inside corner. Tobias Myers locks up Lindor with a changeup and gets out of the second inning, stranding the bases loaded.
How about that? So the Brewers take that momentum and run with it with some good luck in their favor. In the bottom of the second inning, a one-out opposite field single by Andrew Vaughn, a clean single into right by Blake Perkins, and then a two-out walk by Anthony Siegler. Great at-bat for him. So the Brewers respond by loading the bases, and the 9-hitter Joey Ortiz just put the ball in play.
Chance of Joey. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the middle. Lindor. Off his glove and into center. That'll score 2 runs, and the Brewers have the lead.
That would give them a 2-1 lead, but then the home run would come back for the Mets in the third. Starling Marte, a port shot to right. 2-2 game through 3 innings. Then more runs for the Mets. A double by Jeff McNeil. A walk by Alvarez. That would be the end of the day for Myers. So Ashby enters for 9-1-2. During the first at-bat with Mullins, a key wild pitch moved runners to second and third. A double play could have ended the inning, but instead a bloop single now falls, and it gives the Mets the lead again 3-2. But Lindor is up once again, trying to add on.
Ashby's first offering. Ground ball to third. Bobbled by Siegler. Gets up. Throws to second for one. The turn by Terang. Oh my goodness, it's in time. Wow. What a turn by Bryce Terang.
Half a second, according to our friends at StatCast, on that exchange from Terang. And remember, Francisco Lindor is playing through a broken pinky toe. He's not running at full strength. And everyone knows the rules. You make a nice play on defense, you got to make a highlight on offense in the bottom of the fourth inning.
It's around Major League Baseball to have 2 guys like that. Here's a fly ball to deep center. Off the bat of Terang. Back at the track. It is gone. Terang goes deep for the second consecutive night. And the Brewers have tied it at 3. It's not just the glove. He can do it with the bat as well.
And then once again, the Mets would respond with a homer. Their third solo homer of the game. Juan Soto goes yard in the 5th inning. So they take a 4-3 lead. It would remain that way with the bullpens in action. We fast forward to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Ryan Stanek on the mound for the Mets. The right-hander allowed a single to Bryce Terang. Durbin, the pinch hitter, lined out, but a runner on first and 1 out. Joey Ortiz with 2 strikes blooped a ground rule double down the right field line. It took chalk up and goes into the seats. So, second and third, 1 out. Infield in for Sal Frelick.
Stanek's 1-2 pitch. Chopper. Past Stanek on the mound. Lindor fields. Thought about home. Had to throw to first. The Brewers have tied it on an RBI ground out from Sal Frelick as Terang dashes home. It is 4-4.
Both Ortiz, his double with an 0-2 count. Frelick, his RBI with an 0-2 count. So runner on third, 2 outs. The Mets go to Ryan Helsley, who the Brewers have seen plenty of. Isaac Collins, mind you, a perfect 3 for 3 in his career against Helsley. He fell behind 0-2, fouled off a couple of pitches, and finally put one in play.
The pitch. And a ground ball, third base. It eats up Mauricio. It's into left field. Ortiz trots home, and the Brewers have taken a 5-4 lead.
And then they weren't done. A chaotic moment with Contreras swinging at the first pitch of his at-bat, but it was called back because of a pitch timer violation on the pitcher. Helsley didn't release it in time. So instead of a line out to right field to end the inning, it's a new life for William Contreras. And you've been watching the Brewers all season long. You know exactly what's about to happen.
The pitch. And here's a fly ball. Left center field. Back. Track. Gone. William Contreras. A 2-run blast. And this place is up for grabs.
A rockin' shot, his 10th of the year, 7-4. Uribe would strike out the side in the 8th. McGill would have the 9th, and Juan Soto.
The stretch again by McGill. The pitch. Check swing. Yes, he did. Ball game over. Trevor McGill seals win number 8 in a row for the Brewers. Final tonight, 7-4, and the Brewers can go for the sweep tomorrow against the Mets. What a ride the Brew Crew is on right now. All aboard.
Still the best record in baseball, 72-44. First place in the division by 5 games and 8 consecutive wins. Brilliant stuff. What a night. We'll break it all down with Jerry Augustine in just a moment. 855-616-1620 is the phone number. 855-616-1620. Our Siding Unlimited WTMJ text line. All right. I can't believe it. They keep doing this to us. Back after this on 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Chourio with a 2-run blast.
That's the sound of August Brewers baseball in Milwaukee. Make the most of every remaining summer game day and get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
We ran the numbers and determined the overseas furniture makers are paying an extra 38% to package and ship their iffy furniture to the Midwest.
They're not paying it. The customer is.
That means of the $1,000 spent on a piece of iffy imported furniture, $380 of those dollars are paying for nothing that makes the product better.
But 82% of the furniture sold at Penny Mustard is made within 300 miles of us.
Swaddled in a comfy blankie and hand-delivered right here in the Midwest.
So we're able to invest that extra $380 into higher quality materials and craftsmanship.
The result is solid, sturdy, American-made furniture that lasts for generations.
Try doing that with the iffy-made furniture they make overseas.
So when you're buying new furniture, would you rather pay for low-quality, global shipping and dumpsters full of packaging?
Or would you rather spend that money on long-lasting, locally crafted furnishings?
When you shop at Penny Mustard, it adds up.
PennyMustard.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers win, Brewers win, Brewers win. My goodness, they did it again. 8 in a row. They take the series over the Mets and go for a sweep tomorrow. I'm Tom Cotroneo. Former Brewers pitcher Jerry Augustine is here as well. Want to remind you that Brewers Extra Innings all season long is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. If you're looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs, look no further than Fifth Third Bank. They've got a local team right here in Milwaukee, and they know how to hit it out of the park every time. For 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. It's all going to help your business thrive. Experience a unique commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. You know, Jerry, the saying goes, it's better to be lucky than good. But quite frankly, I think these Brewers don't mind being both because, goodness gracious, yes, there's some luck involved. But at some point, man, 72 wins at this point in the year, it doesn't happen by accident. And we've seen this formula happen again and again and again. The baseball gods reward the team that put the ball in play.
There's no question about it. You know, you watch this team, and the way we've been talking about how you were thinking about times early in the season, what they have to do to get on a roll, to play good baseball. Everything they do now is habit forming. It's habit forming where they're going to give good at-bats. They're going to stay in the game. The game is 27 outs, and when you play the Milwaukee Brewers, you are playing 27 outs. That's just the way the game is. You look at the defensive side. They're going to play strong defense. Tonight made some really nice defensive plays. And then you look at the bullpen. Again, you look at this pitching staff. Tobias Myers comes in the game where he hasn't pitched a lot. He's kept the team in the game. Put up ones. We said it last night. You put up ones, you're always in the ball game. Did a great job, and this bullpen tonight was just fantastic. But this team just doesn't let up. And like you said last night, I think the number 4 has a lot to do with this team, with the way they score runs. That crooked number 4 has really been a valuable number for them, and it showed tonight.
And they did it again tonight, too. I mean, you look at it, and it's another come-from-behind win, too. I mean, you remember, Augie, in May when you were begging for this team to have a multi-run comeback? And, I remember that Rays series where they finally did it, where the opponent scored first, and the Brewers were 0-13 in their first 13 tries when the opponent scored first, and then they were able to finally get the job done. And it's completely flipped, and it's no big deal when they're coming from behind and when they're actually doing this. And mind you, yes, Terang hit a solo homer to center and Contreras hit a 2-run homer in the 7th inning. The majority of their runs are scoring by putting the ball in play, the 2 unearned runs in the 2nd inning. I know it's a base hit right now for Isaac Collins. That's going to get changed to an error. So another couple of unearned runs that scored today for the Brewers. And again, it's no coincidence that now the Brewers, I'm going to go ahead and assume that play to Mauricio is going to get changed to an E5. And it's going to take a hit away from Isaac Collins, and it's going to lead to 3 unearned runs in that 7th inning, meaning they scored 5 of the 7 runs tonight unearned if that gets changed. Brewers lead baseball in unearned runs scored by a long shot. And I don't think it's a coincidence that both they've scored the most unearned runs and they have had the most errors committed by opposing defenses across Major League Baseball. This team always has action going. You saw Senga get impacted by it yesterday. You saw Lindor get impacted by it today. Mauricio, mind you, who's in there for defense, could not make the play on an 0-2 pitch from a flamethrower in Ryan Helsley. It's not luck. It's the Brewers putting it up to chance, which I know you may say, oh, that's luck. A lot of teams will just strike out and, walk back to the dugout against a guy like Helsley. The Brewers are not that team.
You know what? They hit the home runs. Every team is going to have hit their home runs. There's no question about it. And I agree with you so much. This team just goes up and they put the ball in play. And what's even more impressive is when they go up there, sometimes they put the ball in play early in the count, but when they need to, they will fight off some bad pitches to do something good. Look at what Frelick did, fighting off those pitches and putting the ball in the play, was able to hit the ball to tie the score. It's just the things that this ball club does day in and day out. They go out and they compete, and they know that if they put the ball in play, they're going to manufacture runs. They run the bases well. They put the ball in play. They're going to take advantage of an opponent when they had to. I thought tonight they took the Mets made a little error by Lindor in that inning. It took advantage of it. They scored a couple runs. They put the ball in play. It's great to see. This team just is going out and just doing so many great things on all phases. And each and every night we talk about each phase and how well they're doing. It's becoming a habit, and habit forming by a ball club that really knows how to play a good, solid ball game. And I'll tell you, it's sure showing with this ball club each and every time they go out.
I mean, you look at it for the Mets, right? They hit 3 more homers today. They were all solo, and they're out homering the Brewers in this series. And the Brewers, as of now, they're 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position in the series, but easily that could be 0 for 13 if that scoring change that we think is going to happen gets changed. So, I mean, quite frankly, I see where people are coming in complaining maybe from the south, from the team down south on the north side. Cubs fans saying, like, how are they winning these many games? Or even teams that are looking at this team like, why is Isaac Collins hitting second in your lineup? And it's infuriating to everybody else in baseball. And the Brewers just smile and laugh and say, power of friendship. And I'm sitting here going, I'm out of ways. I'm out of ways to describe it, Augie. I really am.
Well, I think that you got to look at Murph and how he looks at this team. And I think he really allows his coaches to do the coaching they have to do. And I think they all have an input in what goes on in the game. And so I think the one thing that Murph has done a great job at this year is being able to put guys in places that they can succeed. And why is Collins batting second? Because he's a switch hitter, number one. And number two, he's been putting the ball in play, and he gives battles you at the plate. And he's been swinging the bat so well. I think he has that unique ability of taking guys and putting them in different spots and letting them have success. And it's really showing in his ball club. And I think the players respect that. Players respect that. He's putting me in a spot where he knows I can do something like handle the ball, help the ball club in a different manner. Hitting second, what do I have to do? put the ball in play. What do I have to do? Not strike out, take pitches. All these little things that they do, that Murph does with this ball club, by this lineup, to how he generates the lineup and where he puts them, has just been fantastic. And it really shows there's a lot of confidence. You see when these players go up to hit, they're up there. They're up there for a reason. Put the ball in play. Yes, they're going to strike out. Everybody strikes out. But you look at these two games, the Brewers have struck out 13 times. Tonight, the Mets struck out 12. They're putting the ball in play, and good things are happening.
Amen to that. It's that simple. We got to give a lot of love to the bullpen, though, tonight, because they carried this, and some love to Tobias Myers. Plenty of texts are rolling in here, too. 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620. Javier, I see you on the line. We'll get to you on the other side of the break on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Some of our customers want a glass shower door for the look. Some want it for a better use of their space, while others need a new glass shower door just to be safe. Like a customer we had last month. Her daughter had been hounding her to turn that old bathtub of hers into a walk-in shower. She was afraid her mother might slip when there was no one around to help her. Stepping over that bathtub wall isn't exactly safe, and besides, those old bathtub floors can be kind of slippery too. Installing a new glass shower door is pretty affordable, and not only is it safer, but it also gives your bathroom a great new look. And when you stop in our showroom, you'll see just how many options we have to give you the look you want. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service, and glass and mirrors have been our business for over 35 years. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Donald Driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com. Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
Welcome back. Brewers win. It's a fun one. 855-616-1620. 7-4 the final tonight. Losing track of all the wins here. Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electric. Keep your home running right with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. When you book your service call this month, you'll be entered to win a $250 home improvement gift card. It's through their Fix It and Win It event. Head to Cider, SEIDER.com to book today. With Jerry Augustine, I'm Dom Cotroneo. Let's get to the WTMJ hotline. Javier, you've been waiting patiently. Javier, you're live on Brewers Extra Innings.
Hey, Dom. Hey, Jerry. Man, what a great game. What another great win. Dom, you started off the post-game show here talking about the baseball gods, and I think that's so appropriate. In the past, it always felt like the baseball gods were against us, but I think this year, Uke is up there in the pantheon, and I think he's distracting the rest of the baseball gods with all his stories and his jokes. And it feels like the Brewers are finally being rewarded for playing the game the right way. Like you said, you make your own luck with contact, with speed, and great defense. So what a great ride. That's how I'll imagine the rest of the year, and hope that luck and the baseball gods stay with us with Uke watching every pitch.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Appreciate the call, Javier. Good call. And you know, Augie, I think about Uke all the time on these. You know, Cubs fans will complain, oh, it's devil magic. I say, no, it's Uke magic. You know, Uke's got something to do. He's got his finger on the scale a little bit. He's still learning how much he can do up there and pulling the levers and trying to help out his favorite team, because everyone remembers, man, you know, Murph's talked about it all the time. He hasn't missed a pitch this year, and there are some times this year I'm like, yeah, that's Uke. Uke's helping out right there.
He's probably doing play-by-play for every game up there. Anybody who wants to listen, but he's been such a factor in this organization and so well. And there's been so many things that are going on this year that are in memory of Utica. I know it's fun to open up and you see something every day about Utica until we win a World Series. I think that's so special. And there's things I've seen that I don't remember, and I remember almost everything that Uke did because I've been around so long. But you know what? This team goes out and they do the things you have to do. They play good, sound baseball. They play it the right way. And when you do things the right way, good things are going to happen. And this team has just been fantastic on what they do. I every day I go in there, Dom, afterward, right during the game, I try to look at something that I can tell you that we haven't talked about. There isn't anything we haven't talked about because this team, it just goes out on a consistent basis and plays real dominant baseball. When you look at them now, 10 games without an error. That's fantastic. No errors in the last 10 games, and they're 19-7 against the NL East. Now, the NL East was right about – that's a pretty strong division. Well, you look at what the Brewers are doing, 19-7, playing just great baseball. So you can't say anything against this ball club. They're playing great baseball in all phases. They're going out winning. Nothing seems to amaze me each day because you just know something good's going to happen because they're playing so good.
And I'll go ahead and address something else today as well. We've talked about this many times on post-game shows too. Jackson Churrio's on the IL right now. Yelly's in a little bit of a cold funk right now. Frelick went 0 for 4 today. Yes, he had the key RBI in the 7th inning, and until that home run by William Contreras, he was 0 for his last 19. So they're getting contributions everywhere, and they're also getting contributions, Augie, from the bullpen, because I don't want to ignore Tobias Myers. We'll talk about Tobias in the next segment, but even though Ashby had that struggle with the wild pitch that allowed the bloop single in the inherited run to score, but you look at it, Shelby was great in his Brewers debut. Koenig was great. Got some righties out today, and against the top of the order, that was super important. Uribe striking out the side in the 8th inning, just squashing any thought of a comeback or avoiding of a shutdown inning. And then Trevor McGill, sure, a freak fluke single that hit a seam of grass and bounced over Andrew Vaughn's head, then bouncing back and striking out Lindor and Soto. This bullpen deserves all the praise they can get right now because this is kind of how it's going to look in October. You're going to start going matchups. You're going to start going, who's my guy right now? And to see them pull off a game like that in August is going to be very important for their confidence moving forward.
Yeah, there's no question. You look at, I think there's real three key parts of this, and is the first one is with McGill, Uribe, and Koenig. I think those are your late inning guys. When you have to go to somebody, the way Koenig has been able to get right-handers and left-handers out, he's devastating when he commands it. But Uribe's just been out of sight lately, just been throwing the ball as good as he has all year. He's got that slider back. But you know what? He was off a little bit. He got a two-seam sinker now going, and he's getting that. But McGill, he hasn't walked anybody. I can't remember the last time he's actually walked somebody, throwing the ball. And then when you look beside that, you have Grant Anderson, who can fit almost anywhere. But then you got Mears and Miller that you just picked up. Miller, who kind of are similar, like can come in. They're veterans. They understand. They can be starter stoppers. They can pitch at any time of the game. And then if you need extended innings, you got Ashby and Hall. I think they're setting up what they're setting up is as the season goes along, get everybody in a position that they understand what they're doing. They're getting in a routine, and they're going to be able to shorten that game. And anytime you can shorten the game in the game of baseball, you have a good chance to win when you have the starters that the Milwaukee Brewers have.
Yeah, and this was a day that the new Tobias was going to have to be shortened because, again, he hasn't been regularly starting, and that's a challenge for anyone. But to have Ashby, he had the blip, I understand, and Soto went deep. Soto's a really darn good hitter, you guys. But then, he got a couple groundouts and a strikeout. He still got them, the 5 outs that he needed to get. Then Miller comes in, retires 4 batters technically because of the strikeout wild pitch. And I want to point it out again that Koenig had another great outing. He came in against the Braves the other night, and he went 1-2-3, no problem. Tonight, yeah, he walked Soto. Could totally understand that because at the time the Brewers were still trailing, pitched around him. Got Marte to fly out. He got Alonso to ground out. He even struck out Lindor. To get Koenig right, to keep Uribe rolling right now, I'm just sitting here looking at this bullpen. You look at it, 7, 8, 9, they combined for a total of 6 strikeouts in just 7, 8, 9, those 3 guys. The Brewers as an offense struck out 6 times tonight. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about the Brewers' success and what they hope to have going in their favor coming to October.
Yeah, I think Tobias Myers did an outstanding job. He hadn't been out there for a while with long pitches. I heard some guys talking if they can get 50 pitches out of him, that would be lucky. But he went out and he competed. Yeah, he gave up the home runs, but they're solo shots. You and I have talked about that last night. Solo shots always don't hurt you, and that's exactly what he did. But I'll tell you what, when Koenig can command, he throws the ball from way on the left side of the rubber, and when he does, he throws across his body. When he can command the inner part of the plate to a right-hander, the outer part of the plate to a left-hander, he's devastating. And I think that's what he was trying to do, trying to figure out how he could set up Soto tonight. Just didn't quite get it, walked him, but I'm going to tell you, you're learning how to pitch to a guy because you might get him in the future, just being able to command that outside part of the plate. And then every once in a while, buzz the inside corner, you're going to be really successful. But when he's throwing that baseball and he's got his breaking ball on the outside corner and that good fastball he has, he's pretty devastating. And I'll tell you what, he's been throwing the ball very well.
He's been really darn good. And then finally, too, Uribe and McGill, they've gone 3 out of the last 4 the last couple of days. So they're certainly down for tomorrow as the Brewers go for the gravy with the sweep. I think we underrate them still. I mean, the fact that Uribe wasn't an all-star, I know it's really hard for non-closers to be an all-star, but we talked about it briefly yesterday of his maturity and McGill just to be a force in the back end of the bullpen. And I'm not trying to take shots here. Somebody will clip it or whatever. But just sort of the way that McGill goes about it versus the way that Devin Williams went about it are very different. And I think Devin has talent. He's going to figure it out, whatever's going wrong with him in New York. But there's something about Trevor McGill getting those 20 or so saves he got last year and having Devin in the clubhouse to learn about the mentality of being a closer. And McGill's out there is like, I'm in control of the game. And to see a confident closer and to see a guy understanding what works best for him, even as a 2-pitch guy, just like Devin was, he says, you know what? Here it is. Hit it. I'll live with the consequences. And luckily, it's been more good than bad all season long for Trevor McGill.
Yeah, the one thing they do with Trevor McGill, and I noticed this from the beginning of the year, and I haven't had a chance to go back and look, they moved him under rubber a little bit way to the left side. And what he does, he stands with that close stance. I think standing with that close stance, keeping his feet closer together, allows him to really get in a good balance point and get on top of the ball and locate it. When he throws the ball in on a right-hander, away from a left-hander, that ball's got a lot of action, a lot of movement away. That means he's throwing a little bit across his body, a little bit, and he's getting out in front, and the ball's got some great movement. And it just seems that he's got so much better control of his breaking ball because he's nice and compact. He gets to that good balance point. He's getting out front. He's finding that good release point. He's having the same release point with his breaking ball that he is with his fastball, and that really is showing great command. I think he's improved even since the beginning of the year, changed his delivery a little bit more compact, but the confidence level that he's at right now, being able to command the strike zone, is just phenomenal. And he's just a guy that if you get late in the ball game, he's the man you want in the ball game when you got a lead.
A question on the text line here. When was the last time the Brewers were 30 games over by 500? Has it ever happened? They're not at 30 yet, but they're gaining ground on it. The last time it happened was 2011, the franchise record 96-win season, 96-66. That is in the sights of this team. Well, Augie, hopefully we're talking about a sweep tomorrow and another fantastic performance from the Priester, Quinn Priester. He's delivering his sermon on a Sunday tomorrow. It's going to be fun, and, man, he's been fantastic lately.
Yeah, he's a magic man. I tell you, he goes out there and just does not give in. Here's another guy that they changed his delivery a little bit, got him to get that good release point. Command of strike zone has been very good with all his pitches, and he's gone out and he's really done a great job. Tomorrow's going to be a good game. It's a good matchup with him and Sean Manaea. It's going to be a good baseball game, and let's keep the Brewers rolling. Be nothing better than to sweep the Mets and keep the ball rolling right here.
All right, absolutely. Just like a chance to get some revenge here on the Brew Crew. Jerry Augustine, appreciate you. We'll talk to you tomorrow, my friend.
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I got a lot of texts to catch up on. Also, we're going to hear from Bryce Terang in just a moment. Also, the manager, Pat Murphy. So a whole lot coming on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
My gut tells me that this summer heat's going to last, and that means your AC is going to be put through the paces. Now, we all know that AC can take a licking and keep on ticking, especially if it's an Armstrong. But when yours needs to be put out to pasture, call Quality. With over 70 vehicles on the road, we'll be there in a hurry. And with over 60 years of experience, how can you go wrong?
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. Nobody likes it when their old water heater sings its last song. But if there's a positive side to it, say you upgrade now with a tankless water heater. That means instant hot water on demand. Those old water heaters aren't exactly efficient either, but you ride them as long as you can. And when they can't do the job anymore, call Quality. Whether it's drain cleaning, snaking, or taking care of a leaky pipe or faucet.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Looking for a smarter way to grow your savings? Town Bank has you covered with 4.20% annual percentage yield on our 7-month CD special. This limited time offer won't last forever. Stop by your local Town Bank or visit townbank.us/radio25. APY assumes funds remain on deposit until maturity. Minimum daily balance of 1 cent required to obtain APY. Offer subject to change at any time and without notice. Additional terms and conditions apply. Details at wintrust.com/radiocd. Member FDIC.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way. Stay up to date on all things WTMJ with podcasts of every show. Available on WTMJ.com. And don't forget you can stream WTMJ online and watch your favorite WTMJ shows on YouTube. Every show, when you want it, no matter where you are. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ. This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Time for our International Autos Group Player of the Game. Just like the game's MVP, you can drive into summer in style and save up to $10,000 on in-stock Audis, BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, and more. No tariffs, just huge savings. Visit iamilwaukee.com. International Autos Group, where ordinary needs to be extraordinary. The poll over on my Twitter at Dom_Cotroneo, Cotroneo. Contreras takes it, 49% of the vote, but the bullpen right behind them at 38%. Terang also got 12% on the vote. Also, if there's anybody still stuck in traffic outside, I see a couple texts in here about that. From what I understand on 511 is that flooding has caused the northbound lanes on 175 right at the 94 East exit, that the right two lanes are closed. I mean, some estimates are up to 4 inches. I mean, they closed the State Fair early tonight, too, so there's some road closures around. I still see a ton of traffic there on Miller Park or whatever, American Family Field Boulevard there, so we'll see how much longer that takes, but that's why the flooding has closed the right two lanes on the northbound lanes. There's a disabled vehicle still on the southbound lane. I think that also has something to do with the flooding there exiting the ballpark. So I see it lighten up as soon as you get on to 94, but that choke point has been brutal for people trying to leave the ballpark tonight combined with the flooding. So be patient there. Now, some other texts that I've rolled in here. Ryan from Nashville, the vibes are unreal, taking it game by game and appreciating this team for all they do. The question is, why is this team the big one? We hear the outside noise, have fun exiting the first round. I'm just not true. Curious your thoughts. What makes the 25 Brewers different is because they have both, and they have the ability to put the ball in play. They have the ability to hit the ball over the fence. They have the starting pitching, and they have the relief. They have the elite outfield defense and the elite infield defense. They have the manager with an edge and the coaching staff that complements it so well. They have a great ballpark and a better fan base to go with it. They have both, I think, for the first time since 2018, right? And, there was a graphic earlier today I saw from a prominent national writer talking about the best bullpen since the trade deadline. Who added the best, who did the best, who added, and ignored the Brewers. I mean, shocker, national media ignoring the Brewers. But just because the Brewers didn't make a lot of moves at the deadline doesn't mean the team didn't get better. Shelby Miller, he's going to be a key piece moving forward. And we reward all these teams for, quote-unquote, winning the deadline, but they need to win the deadline because their rosters are flawed. The Brewers deserve some credit for the way they've built this roster and built the depth that they were able to have, Tobias Myers ready to go today, replacing Logan Henderson, who was replacing Jacob Mizorowski, who was replacing Aaron Savali, who was replacing Nestor Cortez, who was replacing Brandon Wood. You get my point here. The construction top to bottom of this club has them ready for October. And I promise you, I was talking to some members of the front office yesterday. Everybody thinks about October every second. We love this. This is fun. I don't want you to spoil it by thinking about October too soon. But I promise you, this is something that is keeping Matt Arnold up at night. Is it good enough for October? And the only way to find out is to throw the ball out there, set somebody in the box, put down the chalk, and play ball. Some things we just don't know the answer to, and that's the beauty of it. The journey is the beauty of it, and we'll react to it when we need to react to it. But right now, it's August 9th. You'll hear Pat Murphy talk about that in a minute. It's too early to be talking about some of that stuff. This one, Reggie from Milwaukee, underrated moment, but how about Tobias Myers keeping us cool and getting out of the bases loaded situation in the second? It could have fallen apart quickly there. Absolutely. I mean, he was even upchucking there in the first inning, dealing with the fluids. He was probably trying to chug as many fluids as he could, getting ready for this hot night. Probably overdid it, puked it right back up, Adrian Hauser style. But for him to grind into the fourth inning today, I thought was really important to make sure they got something out of him to set up this bullpen. Here's my question here. I don't have a better one. Do we need to hope for a cool down or to be able to ratchet it back up? What do we think, or do you just keep it rolling all the way? I don't think anybody wants to have a cool down, but the Brewers are just going to play ball. And if they keep playing ball the way that we expect, there's going to be some games they lose. They probably deserve to lose tonight's game. But if there's a stretch where they suddenly, have 3 hits a night and 1 run a night, that's when you're like, okay, this isn't them. But if they're losing games when they're putting the ball in play, and I don't think they're going to lose that many games doing it that way. For the cliches of, they need to cool off again, they will cool off again, right? Right? But they will cool off again. I'm not getting ahead of ourselves on that. We'll hear from Bryce Terang coming up on the other side of the break on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Blast.
That's the sound of August Brewers baseball in Milwaukee. Make the most of every remaining summer game day and get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Most insurance accepted.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavidi here to talk about my brand new show, WTMJ Outdoors. We love the outdoors in the great state of Wisconsin and beyond. We're going to talk with outdoors experts, bicycling, resort owners, rock climbers, hunting and fishing, camping, all things Wisconsin outdoors. Join us every Saturday, 2 to 3, right here on 620 WTMJ.
It's WTMJ Outdoors, presented by Outdoor Living Unlimited. This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Surfside, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside iced tea and vodka and Surfside lemonade and vodka pair perfectly with the day at the ballpark and stocked at American Family Field all season long. Josh caught up with Bryce Terang after homering for a second consecutive game, the first time he's done that in his career. Take a listen.
And Bryce is on a headset with us downstairs. Thanks for sticking around, Bryce. What's
going well with your swing right now? We're seeing you drive the ball this last week or so, maybe better than we've ever seen it from you here with the Brewers. What's going well for you?
Yeah, I feel good. Made some adjustments, and they're working out well. So just trying to focus on driving the ball back up the middle and, compete.
That's what this whole team is doing, too. Before we talk about that home run that we just played that tied the game, that was in the 4th inning. You came up with a huge hit to start the game-winning rally in the 7th inning. You're facing Ryan Stanek. He's tough. You've seen him before. What was the approach against Stanek, and you ended up getting that single into left field against him?
Yeah, just going out there and swinging at good pitches. He's a big fastball splitter guy, so swinging at pitches in the zone and just going up there and competing, man, putting the quality at bat.
Bryce Terang with us here. Brewers wins 7-4. This felt, just watching the game, was the way the game was played tonight in front of this sellout crowd again. The atmosphere was fantastic with all the different pitchers that were used. It almost felt like this game was played and managed like a postseason game. What did you feel like being a part of this game tonight?
Yeah, we were talking about the energy that the fans were bringing in at the national anthem. So when they come and they give that energy, it's a big difference for us. It helps us, and we want to go out there and play as hard as we can for them. And man, it's been fun. It's been good, and we just got to keep riding.
We'll let you go after this. I have to ask you just about these last. Well, I mean, you could really go back like 3 months since this team has been the best in Major League Baseball in so many different ways. But the last 5 weeks, Bryce, you guys are 23-4. You've lost 4 games in 5 weeks, and it feels like it's a different way you win every night. It's a different hero each game that you do win. What's it like in the clubhouse right now? What's the approach that's giving you guys this kind of consistent and amazing success?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. It's someone different, and it's just being able to trust each other, and we focus on today and winning today's game, and that kind of stacks up, and we don't worry about what we did yesterday or how it went yesterday. We play for today, and we're trying to win today, and those things just kind of stack up, and then next thing you know, whatever the record was in the 5 weeks, that's what it is, because we're trying to win tonight. That's a big thing, and when you win tonight, those stack up. That's just how it is, and yeah, it's been fun. It's been a blast. We just got to continue doing it.
Man, great stuff, and it's a blast watching you guys every single night. Thanks so much for sticking around, Bryce. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Bryce Terang joining the postgame show. We'll hear a little bit of Murph. I got a lot of texts I'm still behind on as well. 855-616-1620 if you want to get one into the buzzer. We're going to the bottom of the hour on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You want to see basketball played the way it's supposed to be? Tune in to Ice Cube's Big 3 this summer. Watch stars like Dwight Howard, Kemba Walker, Joe Johnson, Michael Beasley, and many more, along with Hall of Fame coaches. Experience the fast pace and physical play and fun action that defines the game. You know what it is. It's the Big 3. Catch the best professional 3-on-3 players in the world live every weekend on CBS and Vice. Yay!
And that's why you should never trust a raccoon wearing a necktie.
What are you doing, Arvid?
Telling Nicole a joke.
Here?
At Penny Mustard?
No, I mean here, next to the Theon dining room table.
What's wrong with that?
This is no laughing matter. The Theon table is proper, stoic, and no nonsense.
It has good table manners.
Come on, act with dignity.
The Theon brings something to the table.
Stop that.
And those Herald chairs are so friendly, they always have your back.
Can we please focus on the Theon table's American-made craftsmanship and solid wood construction?
You would not believe how sturdy this table is.
Be serious.
All right, Ben.
Let's table this discussion until later.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Come see the Theon table, paired with 6 Herald chairs, starting at $47.95 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Serious versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, trust Tony Wendorf and Associates, one of the top real estate teams in Wisconsin and part of First Weber Real Estate Services. They bring faith, family, and red carpet experience to every home deal. Let's step up to the plate together. WendorfTeam.firstweber.com. Let's hear a little bit from the manager, Pat Murphy, after a 7-4 victory.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super proud of our guys staying in it the way they do. That's just who they are, and that's Tobias got tired a little bit there, but Miller's first outing for us showed some promise, and Ashby got us 6 outs, wasn't perfect, but Koenig got right-handers out, Uribe was special, and McGill sucked it up again. It was just vintage, our pitching staff. Tobias did some good things. It's not easy to be down there and then back down and then back up. So I'm proud of him too, but we had a lot of things go our way. The right before Contreras' ball, the umpire, noticed that the clock went down. That's part of the game. You might not call that luck, but you know what I mean? It is. Ortiz's ball goes right on the line. This is a great team over there that we're competing against. They're a great club. They got a lot of great ingredients over there, and they're built. They're trying to win it all. And you just look at the first. Really, you look at everybody in their lineup. They're just super talented. So their bullpen. What can you say? That bullpen is really special. Collins' ball that he hit was 103 mile an hour ball. He fouled one off. He got another 103. And I always say, you can time up a jet plane if you know it's coming, right? So hats off to him. He wasn't having his normal best day. Hats off to Sal for battling like he did and putting the ball in play there. Terang, good base running. Contreras' homer, huge. So a lot of good things. Terang, what can you say, man? The guy's coming into his own as a hitter. It's really, really special.
Really special stuff. And Murph was in a really happy mood talking about it. He gave Tobias some credit, too, as well. We'll play a little more of that tomorrow on Brewers Warm-Up. We'll talk about tomorrow and answer a couple last-second ones here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Elevate your escape during the summer of Audi at Audi North Shore and Audi Milwaukee, where you can save up to $15,000 on a new Audi or get low 2.99% financing for 72 months at Audi North Shore in Brown Deer and Audi Milwaukee, members of the International Autos Group, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. On select in-stock new units, savings include customer credit and dealer credit. Financing with approved credit, $15.19 per month per thousand financed. No down payment required.
A well-placed mirror can be a decorator's best friend. And what I like best about adding a decorative mirror to a room is its ability to give it a bright, open feeling. It makes the most of a room's natural light, and that can give a real boost to your room's decor. So here are a few decorative mirror ideas that we can help you with. Say you have windows with a pretty view. Well, why not double your pleasure? Placing a large frame mirror directly across from a window that gets good light will give you great views from either side. Give your small apartment more space than meets the eye with a full wall mirror placed into a partially recessed wall. All you have to do is slide a chest or banquet in front of it, and the effect is subtle but very glamorous. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus.
I believe in aliens, ghosts, and UFOs, but I don't believe Hassleus Mattress is employee-free.
It's true. Give our mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy.
Do these mattresses come from Area 51?
We're talking big names like Sealy Posturepedic and Beautyrest.
Who's supporting you? The Illuminati?
If you need support, through Monday, get a free adjustable base with any new mattress.
That's what the lizard people told you to say.
Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselist.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Last couple minutes of the program. This one from Aaron in Illinois. Like the Miller edition. Glad there's not a lot of movement at the deadline. I think he rounds out the bullpen perfectly. The group of players and coaches have good chemistry. Is Miz due back Friday? Tentatively. The Brewers were non-committal that he would pitch against the Reds, but they are committed to saying he's healthy, he'll be good to go. To be activated, they might just save him for that Cubs series. Bennett from Fargo, North Dakota here. The Brewers are just daring teams to make a mistake. Pretty sweet to see the whole squad firing on all cylinders. That being said, is there really a noticeable weak link with this team right now? Hard to say no right away. I agree. Yeah, I can't think of one right off the bat, and I think a lot of fans feel the same way. If you want to say it's slug, well, they're the number one slugging percentage in baseball since May 25th. Sure, they're in the middle of the pack on counting stats. They're scoring more runs than the other team. That's the only stat that truly matters. All of this is really fun to watch in quality baseball. Alex from Oshkosh. This team's better than the Green Bay Packers. The New York Mets. That's funny. I'm not a Packer fan personally, but respect it. Great program up there. Really enjoy Lambeau. Fun times. I made a good decision to watch this game instead of the first preseason game. Yeah, okay. If you're watching preseason football over the best record in baseball, I think you need to have internal dialogue with yourself here. Talk to your friends, check in on them, making sure that they're not watching preseason football over this team, because these teams do not grow on trees. A lot of things have to go right for you to enjoy seasons like this, and man, you better take advantage, enjoy it, and get your butt in a seat down here, because it is a rocking environment here in Milwaukee. So tomorrow, we are on the air at noon. It is a 1:10 first pitch. I've got you covered for Brewers warm-up. The program will also feature a little bit of card talk, Pokemon talk. You may have seen a certain poll from Jacob Mizorowski. He gives us the Pokemon crash course for dummies like me coming up in tomorrow's pregame show. Also, tomorrow you may see a familiar face over on the television broadcast, maybe somebody with a bald head. But tomorrow, Sean Manaea for the Mets, Quinn Priester for the Brewers. 1:10 first pitch. We're on the air at noon. Brewers win again. My goodness. Our producer is Evan Wittallison. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Thanks for listening, and keep on swinging.
Hey, ESPN Milwaukee fans. Brian Balaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more